There's something hanging in your home that seems harmless. Maybe it's above your fridge or tucked behind the door. You walk past it every day without a second thought. It's just a calendar, right? A way to keep track of doctor's appointments, birthdays, grandkids' school plays. But what if I told you that same calendar might be why your home feels heavy, your energy feels drained, and your finances keep slipping through your fingers no matter how careful you are? Most of us were taught to keep a calendar for order, for planning, for control. But time is not something we tame, it's something we move with. And when the symbol of time is placed in the wrong spot, the flow of your home, the energy that supports your rest, your focus, even your sense of peace starts to shift. Slightly at first, then more. You might feel tired even after a full night's sleep. Conversations around the dinner table grow short. Bills pile up for no reason. It's subtle and it's easy to overlook. But the placement of a single object, one that represents movement, change, and rhythm, can either support your life or quietly wear it down. In this video, we're not going to dramatize or mystify. We'll walk through real places where calendars are often hung and why they disrupt the natural energy of your home. No need for belief systems or spiritual jargon. Just space, light, stillness, and how they interact with time. Because sometimes the reason you feel off is hanging right in front of you. Number 1, don't hang your calendar where rest is sacred. There's a reason your bedroom feels unsettled even when it looks perfectly fine. The bed is made. The curtains are drawn. The nightstand holds a lamp, a glass of water, maybe a book you've read halfway through. And yet, every morning you wake up tired, not the kind of tired a strong cup of coffee fixes. It's deeper, heavier, as if your body rested but your mind never stopped running. Now look again. Somewhere on the wall, or perhaps directly above the headboard, hangs a calendar. Neat, square, maybe even decorative. A soft floral print, inspirational quotes, or a simple grid of dates to help you remember life's little logistics. But that calendar doesn't just mark the passage of time, it moves time. Every flip of a page, every glance to see what's next, sends a ripple through the stillness of your most private space. A calendar is not neutral. It carries energy. It's a symbol of motion, responsibility, plans, deadlines, change. And when it sits in the very room meant to restore you, that constant, energetic hum doesn't shut off ever. Your body might lie down, but your mind stays alert. It remembers everything that still needs doing, everything that's coming next, everything you're behind on. This isn't superstition, it's spatial psychology. Your bedroom is the one place in the house where you should feel entirely off duty. It should hold you like a sigh after a long day. But when the energy of the room is laced with silent reminders of what's next, your nervous system doesn't fully settle. And over time, that unrest shows up in your health, your patience, your focus, even your relationships. Think about how much time you spend in that room. 8 hours a night, ideally. That's 1/3 of your life. And in that time, you're meant to replenish, not just sleep. You process your emotions, you heal. Your immune system resets. Your brain files away memories and rebalances hormones. This isn't just rest, it's restoration. And anything that interrupts that process, no matter how subtle, deserves a closer look. Now imagine removing the calendar. Not throwing it away, just moving it to a better place, one with light, movement, or conversation. A hallway, perhaps, a kitchen corner, somewhere its energy can be useful. Suddenly, the bedroom breathes. The wall feels less like a to-do list and more like space. And the difference, while invisible at first, begins to seep in. You fall asleep faster, wake up clearer, even your dreams begin to shift, less anxious, more vivid. Most people never think twice about where they hang a calendar. But you're not most people. You're here listening because some part of you already knows your home affects how you feel. And your bedroom, your sanctuary, should never double as a command center. It's not where you manage time, it's where time lets go. We don't realize how much pressure we carry until we remove the things quietly adding weight. That calendar, it may seem harmless, but if it's the last thing you see before closing your eyes, and the first thing your gaze meets at sunrise, it's not just helping you organize your schedule. It's organizing how you wake, how you sleep, how you feel in your own body. You deserve more than that. You deserve a space that knows the difference between rest and readiness. That holds you without asking anything of you. That doesn't measure you by how productive you've been or how much you still have to do. So walk into your bedroom today and ask yourself one quiet question. Is anything here asking me to stay awake? If the answer is yes, start with what's most obvious. And if that object happens to be a calendar, now you know what to do, not because it's wrong, but because you are ready for rest to feel like rest again. Let the bedroom become what it was always meant to be. A pause, not a plan. A hush, not a reminder. A place where your body and mind can finally breathe in the stillness it's been longing for. Number 2, keep calendars away from where wealth needs to rest. You've worked hard to build a sense of stability. Maybe it's taken decades, raising a family, running a household, saving where you could, spending where it mattered. And even now, long past the rush of early adult life, you still want one thing, to feel that what you have stays, that your efforts aren't slipping through cracks you can't see, that your home, your refrigerator, your safe, that one corner where you keep your papers and plans, actually holds onto the wealth and comfort you've earned. But something feels off. You refill the fridge, but it always feels half empty. The savings are there, but unexpected bills keep showing up. A good week is followed by 2 that feel scattered. And all the while, you're asking, why can't I seem to hold onto things anymore? Look closer. Not at the money, not at the fridge. Look at what's above them. Is there a calendar hanging there, quiet, unnoticed, but always turning? Most people don't realize it, but the placement of a calendar above places that store is like placing a river on top of still water. Calendars represent motion, forward, flipping, counting. They are reminders of deadlines, of time slipping away, of movement. But wealth, nourishment, stability, they need stillness. They thrive in calm. And when you place the energy of constant motion over something designed to hold and preserve, that energy becomes agitated. Wealth doesn't settle. It circulates, leaks, disappears. Take the refrigerator. In most homes, it's more than just an appliance. It's the heart of daily nourishment. It holds meals, leftovers, traditions. And above it, sometimes taped with a magnet or thumbtack, is a calendar. Seems harmless, until you wonder why grocery runs feel more frequent, or why meals feel rushed, unsatisfying. There's an unseen tension, a restlessness in a place that should feel grounding. Or consider the safe, symbolic or literal. You don't just store valuables there, you store trust, hope, security. It's a place where you tell your future self, I've saved this for you. But place a calendar above it, and you overlay all of that with ticking time, expectations, and the quiet anxiety of what's next. That safe isn't safe anymore. It's a reminder of pressure. It's not about the object, it's about the energy. A calendar above the fridge isn't just a piece of paper, it's motion pressed down onto stillness. A calendar over your safe isn't just dates. It's a silent countdown placed over your peace of mind. And the result, it shows up not in drama but in drift. Groceries cost more and meals feel less nourishing. Savings shrink with no big explanation. A sense of ease becomes a feeling of being behind, nothing catastrophic, just a quiet unsteadiness you can't name until now, because once you name it, you can shift it. Try this, remove the calendar, hold it in your hands, notice its weight, not physical but symbolic. It carries time. And time belongs where motion is welcome, near a door, a desk, a place where people gather and move. Let your safe, your fridge, your corner of stillness return to what it was made for, holding, not moving. The shift will be subtle, but real. Groceries stretch longer. You open the fridge and feel steadier. Bills still come, but your response feels clearer. The sense of enough begins to return, not because you bought more, but because the space holding what you have isn't fighting it anymore. Sometimes protecting your wealth isn't about having more, it's about letting it rest. Letting the energy around it breathe. Letting time do what it must somewhere else. So the next time you look around your kitchen or pass by your safe, ask one quiet question. Is this space allowed to be still? If not, start with the calendar. Not because it's wrong, but because you're ready for peace to settle where it belongs, where it's needed, where you've earned it. Number 3, Avoid placing calendars where energy first enters. When you walk through your front door, something happens, even if you don't always notice it. You set your keys down, kick off your shoes, maybe let out a small sigh. That sigh says more than you think. It's your body telling your home, I'm here, I'm ready to let the day go. And in return, your home responds. It welcomes, absorbs, softens, or it doesn't. That first moment, those first few steps inside, are where energy first meets space. It's where your home either opens to receive or stiffens to resist. And if you have a calendar hanging near that entrance, directly above the door or on the wall just inside, it may be interfering with that exchange in ways you haven't yet realized. A calendar, though familiar and useful, carries a specific kind of energy. It is forward-facing. It counts, tracks, demands attention. It reminds you what's coming, what you've missed, what still needs to be done. It's a symbol of time, but not the kind of time that soothes. It's the kind that pushes. And when that pressure greets you the second you enter your home, it sets a tone, not of peace, but of pace. Most people don't think twice about hanging a calendar near the front door. It feels practical, easy to see on your way out, easy to check as you come back in. But your entryway is more than just a functional zone. It's the mouth of energy for your entire home. It's where everything begins. And when you place a calendar there, you unintentionally distort that beginning. You put a ticking rhythm right where stillness is trying to form. You introduce deadlines before rest can arrive. Have you ever stepped into your home and felt like you couldn't catch your breath? Like you carried the chaos of the outside world inside with you, even though you crossed the threshold? That lingering tension, that sense of never quite arriving, might not be about your job or your errands or even your mood. It might be about what greets you at the door. And if what greets you is a grid of dates full of obligations and reminders, then the moment of re-entry, of returning to yourself, is cut short. There's a reason some homes feel soft the moment you walk in and others don't. It's not always about decor or square footage. It's about the messages the space sends. Your front entry should say, "Welcome back," not "What's next?" It should be the pause between the noise outside and the quiet within. And that pause disappears when time stands guard at the threshold. Think about what the calendar is doing in that moment. It's not just marking days, it's watching you, measuring you, pushing you. It says, don't forget, don't fall behind, keep moving. And while that voice might help in a kitchen or office, it doesn't belong at the door, especially not when the door is the very place you need to feel released. Safe, home. Now imagine walking into that same space and seeing something else. A mirror reflecting light, a painting you love, a plant that feels alive, no numbers, no pressure, just space. The difference is quiet, but it's there. You arrive more fully. You breathe without the subconscious squeeze of what needs to be done. Your home welcomes you not with tasks, but with presence. And this shift isn't just emotional, it's energetic. In homes where calendars hang by the entrance, people often report feeling rushed, overwhelmed, like time moves too quickly. Plans don't land, efforts feel scrambled. There's a leak at the point of entry, and the calendar is often the cause, because instead of inviting calm, it accelerates pressure. Instead of receiving, it demands. So what do? You move the calendar, not far, just away from the place where energy enters. Let it live in a space designed for action, not arrival. Let your entry be a transition, not a checkpoint. Let your home hold you before it asks anything of you. And when you make this change, observe the difference. You may still be busy, but you'll feel less frantic. You'll step inside and feel your shoulders drop just a little. You'll notice your breath deepens without you trying. That's your home saying, I'm ready to hold you now that time isn't blocking the door. It's a small shift. But sometimes the smallest shifts hold the biggest relief. Because in the end, time will always move. The question is, when you come home, do you want it to greet you at the door or wait until you're ready? Choose the stillness. Let the door be open, uncluttered, calm. Let the energy enter clean without expectation. And you just might find that what follows you in peace, focus, clarity, stays longer than it ever did before. Number 4, don't let time tumble with every step. You walk those stairs every day, up to put away laundry, down with a cup of tea, up again to grab something you forgot, down just to check if the door was locked. It's a rhythm you don't think twice about until the rhythm itself starts to feel off. There's a strange kind of exhaustion that creeps in when your home moves too much. Not loud movement, not chaos, just that subtle, constant motion, up and down, to and fro without rest. And if you've placed a calendar at the top of the stairs or the bottom or right there in the hallway beside that daily path, you might be layering movement on movement. You might be letting time tumble every time you do. A calendar is not just a tool, it's a symbol, a container for time's energy. Each page turned, each date checked is a small reminder of passage, of what's coming, what's overdue, what you missed. And staircases, they're already transitional by nature. They carry energy up and down, they're never still. When you place a symbol of time where motion already lives, you create a kind of energetic restlessness that doesn't resolve. It repeats, it loops. At first, you won't notice it. You'll hang the calendar for convenience. It's visible, practical, but slowly you'll feel something else creeping in. A nervous undercurrent, a harder time focusing, a sensation of being busy but not fulfilled, moving but not landing. Days blur, sleep doesn't restore, you do things but forget why. Because time, when placed on a staircase wall, never settles. It doesn't hold space, it rushes, it leaks. And in a space like that, your thoughts follow. You climb the stairs with a task in mind and arrive forgetting what it was. You descend thinking of dinner but end up lost in bills. It's not you, it's the rhythm being broken. Your home has unspoken conversations with you every day. Some spaces hold you, some nudge you, some push, but the stairs, they should simply carry you without tension, without time chasing you down or running ahead. When you hang a calendar in that space, it becomes something else. Every step begins to echo with the pressure of what needs doing, of what's next. Try taking it down. Let the stairway be just that, a passage. Let the hallway breathe again. Let the movement be physical, not mental. And suddenly you may notice the difference. Your thoughts settle by the time you reach the landing. You don't feel like you're running behind before you even begin. Some changes are subtle, but deeply human. Because underneath all the schedules, all the planning, all the good intentions, what we really want is to move through our homes without feeling like we're being watched by time. What we want is to arrive somewhere in our own space, to have moments, even brief, that feel still. So if there's a place in your home where you're always walking, but never landing, look up. Look sideways, look for the calendar, and then gently move it. Not just for Feng Shui, not just for energy, but for your breath, for your focus, for the feeling of walking without rushing, climbing without pressure, living without constantly being measured. Let the staircase be just a staircase, and let time live where it flows with you, not where it falls behind you, step by step. Number 5, never face time toward what's sacred. There's a corner in your home that feels different. You don't raise your voice there, you don't rush past it. It might be a shelf with a candle and a photograph. It might be a quiet nook with a Bible, a Buddha, a few stones, or nothing more than light. Sacred doesn't need to be ornate, it just needs to be felt. A place where your energy softens, where your thoughts slow down, where you remember something bigger than to-do lists and dinner plans. And then across from that sacred space hangs a calendar. Seems harmless, even helpful. A tool to track holidays, appointments, prayer days. But what most people don't realize is this: when you place a calendar directly facing what is meant to be still, what is meant to be beyond time, you invite a subtle disruption. You set time in opposition to the timeless. You turn a symbol of motion, obligation, and forward-pulling energy towards something meant to anchor you in presence. A calendar doesn't just sit, it moves, it counts, it presses. And when that energy looks directly at your altar, whether spiritual or personal, it begins to shift the space, not violently, but noticeably. The peace in the room becomes a little thinner, the clarity in your prayers a little cloudier. You show up, but you don't feel there, because sacredness requires stillness. It requires pause, reverence. A calendar, by its very nature, asks what's next. The sacred asks what's now. This isn't about religion, it's about respect. Not to any doctrine, but to space itself, to the soft energy we all crave, whether we call it spirit, source, or simply silence. And when we interrupt that space with a tool of structure, of expectation, of ticking time, we bring our outer chaos into our inner calm. Maybe you've noticed it. You sit in your quiet chair, light a candle, try to meditate, pray, or just breathe. But your eyes keep flicking to the dates across the room. The red circle on Thursday, the appointment on Monday, and without realizing it, you've left the present moment, not in your heart, but in your awareness. That's all it takes to shift the energy from sacred to scattered. There's a reason most spiritual practices emphasize ritual, rhythm, reverence. The altar is not a display, it's a portal, a threshold between the world you live in and the deeper world within you. And that threshold is delicate. It notices when the room fills with rushing, planning, remembering what hasn't been done. It closes just slightly, not out of punishment, out of misalignment. So what do? You turn the calendar away, you move it to another wall, you let your sacred space face softness, light, plant, open air, but not deadlines, not numbers, not reminders of passing time. And the change will be quiet but sure. The room breathes differently. Your shoulders drop a little faster. You say what you mean, not what you think you should. Your connection deepens, not because you've done more, but because you've allowed less. This is what it means to care for your energy, to care for the invisible architecture of your life. Because while we need calendars to move through the world, we need spaces untouched by their weight to return to ourselves. So tonight, take a look, not with guilt, but with tenderness. Is your sacred space being watched by time? If yes, gently shift it. Not because it's wrong, but because it deserves to breathe. Just like you. Just like the stillness that's been waiting for you to come home, not with answers, but with presence. Number 6, don't place calendars where energy gets flushed away. There's a place in your home where energy doesn't stay long. A place where water flows, steam rises, and everything, heat, scent, even your mood, dissolves into the air. That place is your bathroom. And whether it's big or small, windowed or tucked away, it holds a specific kind of energy, the kind that moves downward, inward, out. It's a space designed for release, not retention, for cleansing, not storing. And that matters more than most people realize, especially when it comes to where you hang your calendar. Take a moment, picture the calendar in your home. Now ask yourself, is it hanging in or near your bathroom, taped to the wall near the mirror, clipped beside the towel rack? Maybe you placed it there for convenience, to glance at while brushing your teeth or to track appointments as you rush out the door. But placing a symbol of time, structure, and forward movement in a space designed to flush things away has consequences most people don't see until they feel them. Bathrooms aren't just physical spaces. They carry the heaviest yin energy in your entire home. Water flows, air thickens, toxins, both literal and energetic, are released. It's where things exit, waste, heat, tension. And when you place a calendar, a symbol of life's flow, of motion, momentum, and growth, into that environment, it begins to dissolve. Not literally, but energetically. Time loses its power there. Purpose gets blurred. Goals feel harder to hold. Plans begin to drift. You may find yourself feeling more scattered, foggy, emotionally flat. You walk through your day like you're still in the midst of your morning shower, present but not grounded. That sense of why can't I stay focused? Or why do I feel so drained? Doesn't come from doing too much. It comes from your space constantly releasing, even the energy you want to keep. The bathroom isn't evil, it's necessary. We need places to release. But it's not where time should live, not where you plant the energy of new beginnings or the rhythm of your days. When you put a calendar there, you confuse your space. You tell your home, let's track our life from here. A room designed to let things go. And it's not just about focus, it's about money, about motivation, about mood, because everything in your home connects. When your calendar is placed where energy slips away, the same pattern begins to show up in your habits. Your finances may feel like they are leaking. Your days blur. You lose track of time, not by accident, but by design. Think of it like this. Would you write your most important goals on a napkin, then rinse it under running water? Of course not. You'd write them in ink, place them somewhere visible, somewhere steady. But when you hang your calendar in a damp, draining space, you're doing the energetic equivalent of washing away your plans every single day. And it goes deeper. There's a quiet sense of discouragement that can take root in homes like this. Not loud, not overwhelming, just enough to dull your light, to make you feel like things are always just out of reach. Like your intentions evaporate before they take shape. That's the energy of time placed where energy disappears. Now imagine moving it. Taking that calendar out of the bathroom, out of the damp, releasing energy and placing it near light, near breath, near movement. Maybe by a window in the kitchen, the hallway, anywhere time can meet vitality. Suddenly, the calendar becomes what it was meant to be, a guide, not a ghost, a rhythm, not a drain. You won't feel it all at once. But the air in your home will start to shift. You'll feel more anchored, more aware. You'll remember your intentions, not because you wrote them down, but because the space is now holding them for you, supporting you. This isn't about perfection, it's about alignment, about giving your space the chance to reflect your values, your goals, your rest. And your time deserves to live somewhere it can grow, not dissolve. Somewhere that says, I value this day, I'm ready for what comes next. Not somewhere that says, let it all go. So tonight, as you walk through your home, ask one quiet question: is my time being honored, or is it being rinsed away? If the answer leads you to your bathroom wall, you know what to do. Gently take it down. Wipe the wall. Thank the space for what it's meant to do. And then carry your calendar, your time, somewhere it can truly live. Because how you hold time is how time holds you. Let it live where energy flows upward. Let it grow where you grow. Let it breathe with you, not drain you. That simple shift might change more than you think. So maybe now, as you look around your home, things feel different. Not because anything's broken, not because you did something wrong, but because for the first time you're seeing what's been quietly speaking to you through walls and corners and ceilings and shelves. Time isn't just a number, it's a presence. And where you let that presence settle changes everything. A calendar may seem like paper and ink, but energetically it's a force. It moves, it marks, it remembers, it pulls you forward. And when that energy is placed where your body rests, where your food is stored, where your spirit prays, or where your home breathes in new energy, it doesn't just live there, it shapes there. We've talked about beds that can't hold peace, refrigerators that feel empty even when they are full, doors that open but never feel welcoming, sacred spaces that feel distant, stairways that carry more than footsteps, bathrooms that take more than they give. All these moments point to one truth. Time, when misplaced, becomes noise, but when honored, when gently guided, it becomes rhythm. A rhythm your home can hold, a rhythm your life can trust. And this isn't about rules or superstition. This is about resonance, alignment, knowing that your space is not just where you live, but how you live. And when you tend to it with awareness, when you let stillness and movement each have their place, something subtle but profound begins to shift. Your mornings feel lighter, your evenings calmer, your thoughts more spacious, your heart more at home. So thank you. Thank you for listening not just with your ears, but with your awareness. For being curious not just about your house, but about the energy that moves through it. And thank you above all for taking the time to care where your time lives. May your home be soft where you need rest, strong where you need clarity, open where you need flow, and grounded where you need to hold on. May your days move with grace and your nights restore more than just your sleep. And may every corner you realign something within you too. I'll see you again soon, right here where your space becomes your sanctuary.